Hi, this is Captain Den. I'm here in the den, with the crew, as we're continuously trying to find the evil bastard who turns into a rat, stanky smoke, and hides and dirties people laundry on flying ships. So as we continue our hunt for the evil vampire assassin Lucan, we are hoping to find him. So pass on to Cabron.
Alrighty. Let's throw some music on here so we get some background and down just a little bit. There we go. Yes, when last we left off, the crew threatened to what was the word you used? Commandeer the ship, which the crew immediately drew weapons, and the captain said, um, "There will be no mutiny aboard this ship. Get off my bridge now." A little bit more gruffer. Get off my bridge now. There we go. And so here we are in the wheelhouse of the Cloud's Destiny. That's all right. Scroll way back to find the name. Yeah, Cloud's Destiny airship. And we have apparently rolled for initiative to get a combat possibly going here. And do you guys actually see the carousel now? Because I went in and I flipped some switches.
Oh. No.
No?
No carousel.
Nope.
Damn it. I have no idea what's the problem there then. Even though it was last set up for version 10 and I know we're on to 11, so maybe that's it. Oh well, I'll work on fixing it some more next time. All right, then. I'll bring up the combat tracker for myself. And the captain is pointing his sword at Evo. One of the guys, two of the guys, are pointing their weapons at Killian, and they appear to be waiting for you to leave. They are holding their action. See if you comply. During this time, Roland, you're inside the chart room. And haven't done your quick scan of the place.
Yeah, I did a cursory scan to see if there was anything that popped out at me, like a coffin.
Yeah, no, there was not.
Or anything else that might be worthy. But it was explained to me that it looked like a legit map room with charts and whatnot. So I was thinking about, or if I had, I'm not sure if I did or didn't yet. I was looking for anything secret. I think maybe that's what you're alluding to.
Let's see. I thought you did do an investigation roll. Found nothing.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think
there's quite a few rolls because we were testing our dice. I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I see it. My investigation, and okay. So was it even my turn, or were we moving on? I can't.
I'm gonna go with. Let's get back to the top of the round, and because I don't remember if we actually went further into this, so I'll back this up. So he's holding your action.
Okay. Back to me. All right. Well, let's
And I'm not hearing your music. Let me see. Where Do you guys hear his music?
I do.
Nope.
Nope.
It shows it's playing, but I don't hear any music. Oh, maybe it isn't. Yeah.
It shows that it's there. Let's see. That's weird. Huh. I'll have to work on that.
It is.
So, Roland, what do you do?
Okay. So I am going to Nope, there you go. I hear my
Oh.
music. I was going to say I'm going to pop my head out and I'm gonna see if I can cast Bane without making myself too noticeable behind the captain. So I'm gonna cast Bane on Sephiroth, Bolath, and Barrow. And they need to do a DC check. 14. Let's see, can I put this? Let's see, it's a Charisma save 14.
Okay. That's an ability check. I want that. I want saving throw. There we go. That's what I want. He makes his. Captain fails his. And so you got two of them.
Okay.
You were trying to do that quietly and unobtrusively?
Yes. Though I
And
think I was invisible, so that's kind of how I was doing it.
Ah, right. You are invisible.
But you lose your invisibility because you cast a spell.
Right.
Right.
I'm doing it from the other room though, so I'm gonna immediately.
I'm the one that
Wow.
cast invisibility on him. He didn't cast invisibility.
Yeah, but I think as soon as I cast a
It
spell, I
breaks
lose
it.
it, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
it's unless it's improved invisibility.
Gotcha.
So, okay. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Alrighty. You doing anything else?
I am going to try to sneak my way to here. Let's see, can I move? Oh yeah, I can move.
Which was the other one that was cursed or baned?
This one?
Okay.
Quillith. So you slip into the room and up behind the captain.
Right.
And anything else?
If I haven't already drawn my sword, I will draw it behind my back.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, really good. Okay, you do so. Nobody seems to notice you.
All right, cool.
They're
And,
all focused on Evo and Killian.
and that is all I would do.
Okay. Let me look at that. Is there a visible effect to be baned?
You could put a skull and crossbones on him.
No, I mean, like, would they know it?
Oh, I see.
Individually, they should know it, but it's not like there's, you know, I don't think they glow or anything.
Yeah, it's the nature of debuffs. Are they
Feel sort of nauseous.
so something's up. They feel something go across them, but aren't sure what. Or at least maybe they do, maybe they don't. The captain is holding his action, so we move on to Mordrin.
Well, I'm not drawing first blood, but I'm going to. I am going to move back a little bit because somebody may be coming out of the hold. So I'm going to stay there. I will have Osric ready to go, but not drawn yet, and I'm waiting and I'm keeping an eye on anyone coming up from the below decks.
Do I get to eat, Master?
I'm not drawing first blood.
It's okay,
Evo.
Evo, it's coming up.
You're up.
I'm gonna whisper to Roland, put him to sleep. Then I'm just like, you know, I didn't pull any weapons, so.
No.
And that's pretty much I'll go defense if he tries to attack me.
And do you move? Do you?
I'm pretty good right where I'm at.
Okay. Well then,
Oh, yeah, I got too many windows open. Sorry.
no worries. Killian.
I will just delay. I guess if anybody takes an aggressive action towards Evo, I will grab them. Those two guys right next to me. They try and harm him.
Right, you're on the stairs, and they're above you. They're on either side of, because the stairs are going from left to right up. So from the hallway, ground, main deck to the wheelhouse deck is in front of you. So you would be able to like grab their feet or something.
Yeah, I'll grab a foot, whatever. You know.
If need be.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So you're gonna hold for that.
Yep.
All right, Shiny, got that fireball ready?
Absolutely, always. So I am going to move up here so I can kind of see in there a little bit better in the wheelhouse.
Okay.
And then I am going to hold an action that I will basically engage in Eldritch Blast if I see any of our people attack. I will attack whoever attacks any of our compatriots.
Okay. Also holding your action. That's weird. Why is that one even attached to it? heal some of this. Why didn't yours stop?
I got it. I got you.
So are you turning them on?
No, I turned mine off,
Okay.
but some of them were working, and the only one I fiddled with was Roland's. So it might work the next time around.
We'll find out. Okay. So, Quillaith says, "You heard the captain. Get off the wheelhouse deck now, or you will be thrown in the brig." He's not as gruff, but he sounds very, very defensively pissed. And it comes back around. So why? I'm just gonna stop that because it should be playing. Okay. So this fella over here comes over to you, Evo, grabs you by the arm, or attempts to.
Yeah, you could attempt to.
Yep. Okay. Then he's attempting to grab you by the arm to
Yeah.
escort you off the
He
deck.
has disadvantage because I am defensive.
Okay.
Says you're being downright offensive.
And that would be an athletics check, right?
Mhm.
Since technically grappling. So
Yeah, if he's attempting to grapple.
and I can't see stuff because I'm not on the
So
ground.
it's 18.
18. So you make an opposed. At normal, not at disadvantage. Wow, an 18 with disadvantage. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And he grabs my arm.
And he then drags you off the bridge.
Well, he tries to drag me off the bridge. I mean, he's got the grapple, but now he's got a
Yeah.
way to
He
turn,
makes a
and then he
swim with
has
it.
to try to move me.
No, he can move you this turn. It's still his action.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, Killian does it all the time.
Mhm.
So he'll take you. See if I can grab both. Yep.
Oh, he can't move through an enemy, which that's killing.
Nope. But he does take you and pushes you into Killian. Nobody seems to notice Roland. Wait. Oh, damn it. Something happened. Try that again. Connect and push you there. Okay. And stay out. And there's sliding doors that he closes in your guys' faces, but but it's sliding, so it's not like slammed into your faces. You get what I'm saying? With a solid thunk and a clack. And then it's the end of his turn. Let's see if Roland's music will come on. Yes. Good job, Dennis.
All right. Well, finding myself alone in this room.
Is this the
Right.
restroom?
I am going to do I see anything? Can I casually notice anything of interest on the captain being so close to him?
You're gonna steal his pants. Okay, he is a half elf,
Okay.
and let me get to his write up for you. Let's see. Captain Morgus is a rough-looking half elf. Not too burly. Wearing leather armor. Has a short sword that he's now sheathed. At his at the wheel, there's a light crossbow with coral case, and he's wearing loose-fitting. Well, no, he's wearing leather armor, so he's got a House Lorandar symbol on each of the outside shoulders, like a military outfit. And then being the well-traveled bard you are, he's got captain rank stripes above and below the House Lorandar symbol. He's got a pouch on his belt. And that's about it.
That's about it. All right.
Being that you're examining him, he's like, the gall of these guys. Good work, Ben. Let's get back to work. We got a ship to run. But it doesn't do anything. It's your turn.
Okay, got it. Well, no, I shouldn't assume anything. Is there any furniture that I'm hiding, like, next to? Like, the wheelhouse, like, the wheel, I'm sure, is close to the captain, or...
Yeah, he's, go with the wheel is right in front of him, right about there. And, that one's rather loud. Let's get you back down here. Whew. Okay. So you can with your you'll have to make another stealth check, as it's your turn to try to stay perhaps in the shadow of, say, the wheel, or
Okay.
move into the shadows of the room, or perhaps back into the chart room. Make a perception check. 19. In the chart room, there were windows, and you're small enough, you think you might be able to get through them. That's way out.
All right. Got it. I will...
You
Alright,
couldn't have
well,
gotten
let's-
into
let's-
it because they're latched from the inside. You're remembering
Got it.
this.
Got it. So let me do my stealth check, right?
Yep.
To stay stealth. And I will attempt to sneak back into the
Okay.
chart room.
You can slip back into the room as the captain and his crew are all facing now towards the front of the ship with their back to the chart room.
All right, I will. If I can, I would like to try to close that door. That's
Yeah,
part
you're
of my
still
move.
close enough. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Close that door, and I will. Let's see, the windows the spoke windows are facing east, or
North and south. They're in
okay, got it.
there and there.
Got it. I will then go to the southern window and see if I can. Can I reach the window, or am I gonna have to like pile shit up to get through it?
You're gonna need to climb.
Okay.
There's shelving and desks all around the room, so you'll make a what do you call it, an athletics check with advantage.
Okay, actually, before I do that, then, if I know that I'm gonna have to do that, sorry, I'm going to want to spend a round in here just to do a better search for anything of interest.
Okay.
Whether that's manifests, logbooks,
Okay.
specifically on like passenger manifests and stuff like that. So
Make
that
an
may...
investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. On the table is a map of Eberron with the route that the ship is taking. So you've got confirmation of whoever gave you the information earlier of the route that the Cloud's Destiny is taking for this trip.
Does it
And
look the same, or am I noticing a discrepancy? Or
no, it looks the same. Whichever crewman gave that information to somebody, and if they passed it on, it's exactly the same. You're just getting to see it, and it goes on further past where they said it was going. So it's got the next couple of cities for it, ending up in Thrain or Karnath. I'll have to look it up.
I think you said Karnath last time.
I think it was Karnath.
Okay.
So that's the end of your turn, because that's a bit. And
Got it.
we'll
Yeah.
Bring it on to and through the captain and down to Mordrin.
Yeah, I see them coming out and like, well, that was tense, and I don't see a reason to take any action.
And on to Evo.
All right, well, I'll walk down. It's like, well, I guess he's not on the ship. Is all your guys' feather tokens charged up?
Almost ready.
Okay. There's a high probability that maybe he didn't even make it on the ship. We've checked every inch of it, so maybe he pulled a fast one on us. So we need to get back to town. And obviously these guys are unreasonable, so I don't have any reason to believe that they're lying.
With that, I will, unless Killian, we'll move on to your turn.
I'll just move down the stairs.
Okay, then we'll end the combat. And I'll close that out. And we'll get some background music back on. I think, there we go.
Whoops. That was me. I was trying to put the background music back on for you, but
No worries. I'll just flip the switch over here, and then I'll get them randomly glowing. Going. Then what do you guys do?
Well, I'm gonna make
are
it
we
out
out
of
of
the
combat?
start
Is that
room.
what the deal is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walked
this-
away from combat.
I'll just I'll message Roland. Come back out. I guess our job here is done.
I mean, there
All
are
right. I will.
other places conceivably you could be.
I pretty much call everybody up to the ship, up to the top deck. If they're not there.
Ironsides and Cole, you get a message to come up to the top deck. Cole's in the middle of doing her thing, so she wouldn't come.
Oh, she's summoning her familiar.
Her familiar.
Got it. I will try to make my way out of that window.
Okay.
Just walk through. Also, at this point, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, excuse me. Really.
Well, actually, I was hoping to get a vantage view of our rear, actually, to see if I can see anything being towed behind this airship.
Okay. Make an athletics check to get through the window, or acrobatics, either one.
Let's do acrobatics.
Down screen, so hang tight. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. That is. That's enough to get you through the window and hanging on. You're basically on top of the deck storage roof.
Okay.
And you are looking back and behind, and you do not see it dragging anything.
There's no hidden room back there or anything?
No.
Okay. Got it. I will then make my way back to the top deck, on the roof of the storage deck.
All right. I will drag you through.
Nothing on top of the roof, huh?
No.
All right.
It's smooth. It's shingled.
Shingled and aerodynamics somewhat.
Aerodynamic, yeah. Sort of. For a big flying ship.
Right.
Do you hop off?
Okay.
Let's see. I think I can move you. There we go. Boop. And now you're with the rest of the crew.
I see that you're back. Well, we've checked the ship top to bottom. We used every resource that we had to detect undead of this magnitude. We found absolutely nothing.
We did not check all the lockers on the lower deck.
Yeah, I thought you guys told me you did.
There were so many of them, we could not check them in time, and we would need a key to make it quicker.
The biggest thing is that those lockers you wouldn't stuff a vampire into. Either.
We also didn't go in. We didn't go in the elemental room either.
Well, all of you guys said that you didn't want to go in the elemental room, so at this point,
if we get desperate.
well,
there was always
we went to the high
back
priority
end of
areas
the
first.
bilge.
yeah.
Is there
Back
any
into the
chance we could
bilge.
get the
I
key
thought
to
you
check
went
them
into
out?
the bilge.
We didn't go all the way.
We couldn't see towards the back.
It was messy.
So why didn't one of you guys cast light?
If we wanted to search the more high priority, easier to access areas first. But now we can go back and finish.
Well, you should have said something before we went in there and pissed off the captain. Well, let's
Now
go
we
then.
know
I
where he
guess.
is.
Huh? Well,
Now we know where he is and all his minions.
that's
so.
if he's even on the ship. Maybe he didn't even get on the ship. We assumed.
Yeah, but we have nowhere to go for right now, so we might as well finish it up.
Sure, we do. We all have feather tokens. We jump, and when we start seeing the ground, we feather down
could end up
and
in the
we
middle of
walk back.
Could end up in the middle of nowhere. Ship's been going for a while.
Yeah, that's better than letting him ravage the entire town because he's back there killing everybody.
Well, we could probably get back quicker if we jump on another ship.
We've only been in the air for an hour. Right?
No, you guys have been up for 2 hours. That's a lot of ship to cover.
If we have not checked all the rooms or the lockers, I think we should be more thorough just to be sure.
Well, then go get thorough.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it.
That's what I thought you guys were doing. We're being thorough. So
There's
No, we're being
telling you.
quick.
then
Yeah.
finish up.
Is there any chance the captain would give us the key to the lockers? Or
Oh,
is there-
definitely not
No.
now. After we, thought that the only room left was the wheelhouse and the chart room. So, but in all honesty, we may take us a half a day to walk back if we hurry. or it will take us 3 or 4 days to get passage on another ship if we can, since we've pretty much ruined our relationship on this one. And that could take us a week or 2 if he's not going to try to put us up on charges because he's being completely unreasonable. So you guys tell me. I think it's more important getting back to where I think the vampire is. But let's check out those spots first. We might as well go all in. So let's all go downstairs and
agree.
hurry.
All right. I'm gonna go try to get in the fire elemental room. Roland,
I'm
you
gonna
can
go to
help
the
again?
lockers.
Yep, I can definitely help again.
Guess, Killian, you want to go into the sledge pit since all these pretty boys were too scared to go in there last time?
Sure.
Okay, well then, we'll deal with going to second floor. Roland's going down there, and Ironside's to catch up with him. And you guys are going even further.
I mean, if they're
Morgan?
pretty simple locks at this point, I'm just gonna start breaking into every locker through brute force.
Mordrin can open
Oh.
them in like half a second. He's
It
excellent.
wasn't me that was opening them.
Roland
I mean,
was the one, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Roland.
Roland was getting in.
Do you wish to wait for a lockpicker?
I will wait for a lockpicker.
Okay.
I don't think I have lockpicks anymore. Yeah, because I'm not proficient with them.
I think that's where me and Killian have staged us by the builds when you're ready. We work our
Sure.
way down.
And then who's doing the elemental chamber?
It was Shiny and Roland.
Okay, we'll do that one first. Go ahead and make your lockpicking roll.
Okay.
Holy shit. This is a very complicated lock, but you still managed to pick it.
All right. Where's Shiny?
Trying to get there.
I
I
need
move
one
around the
you.
ship.
You got to go through the
Maybe the GM will help me move.
crowd. Go to the where the steps are, and it's go north from there.
I'll move you, Shiny.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Except for somebody else is moving up.
Yep, that's me. Oop. One bridge too far.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So you see Roland get to work when the hallway is empty of individuals but you two.
Okay.
Look out at the other end.
So-
Keep eyes open.
Game plan was to just pop in, look, and see if
Yep.
we spot it, right? So
Yep. Try to stay behind the barrier from where the elemental actually is.
right. And if
Yep.
we feel threatened, we're leaving.
Oh yeah.
All right. You look left, I'll look right.
All right. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Open it. Boom. Look for any coffin-shaped objects in there.
You open it, and there is the roar of fire shooting through. Could be glass,
Coffin?
steel, through a coffin. Yeah, there's a charred vampire's ashes right there.
All right. I loot the body.
You in?
We got the crown. Let's go.
You look left, you look right. You see controls and containment systems and runes, and the heat washes over you, but you're not burned. But you don't see anything coffin-sized.
All right.
All right. Let's go. We're
All
checked.
this one checked. close the door, lock it if I can.
Okay, you can.
Excellent. All right. Check to make sure we're not on fire anywhere.
Nobody's burning.
All right. Um. All right. Where's everyone else? The bilge.
Ironside said that he needed help, but with the lockers.
Yeah.
Lockers on
I'm gonna
the
head.
second deck.
I'm gonna head towards the bilge.
The lockers
Alright.
are what you're walking by.
Oh, okay.
The north and the south walls have lockers in them. But
I
we're-
thought we checked these already. Or do you mean on the whole side?
The wall
Lockers.
lockers.
Wall side,
Wall
yeah, the
lockers,
wall
yeah.
lockers.
The
Got it.
outboard.
Outboard. All right. All right. I'll join Ironsides.
Okay. I'm gonna pop over to Evo and Killian before Shiny gets there. You guys were told that the access point was under the stairs, like Potter's room.
Yep.
Here it is.
So
we go in.
door's not locked. You open it up. It does waft. Very, very smelly. And there's a ladder that goes down.
So we go down.
Okay. You go down the ladder. It is dark down here. It is very
I
stinky
have my
down
light.
here.
I've turned on my light spell back when
Yeah,
the captain pissed me off, so it's not really that dark. I assume.
At the other end of your radius, it's dark, but you're lighting up the room really well.
Okay. Cast a
and
spell
there
real
is
quick.
okay. Twice.
Yep.
One for you and one for Killian.
No. I'm casting armor of Agatha, whatever, on me. So the light spell's up, and it doesn't require concentration.
Okay. You cast the spell twice, is why I'm saying. Were you doing it just once for yourself?
Nope. Sorry, once for myself. I don't think I
Okay,
can only
cool.
do it on myself. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it is range self only. So
I didn't see that I did it twice.
excuse me. Don't breathe your drink.
Uh-oh.
So down here, like I said, it is stinky. It's the bilge. It's clean till you get a third of the way through, and then you got to start wading into the muck.
I don't care. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. You do that. Killian, are you following?
Yep.
Okay. You guys do so. And trudging through the muck, getting all into your boots and toes and icky, and you get to the middle of the bilge deck, and you're having to crouch because it's a short space. And your light fills up the rest of the room that the guys couldn't see before, and you see no coffins.
All right. I come out.
You trudge back out of the stuff up to the more cleaner area.
I'll use one of my last pings of undead down there really quick.
Okay.
Actually, I got 2 more left.
You got 2 more left? All right.
No, I have 1 more left. Sorry, because that'd be it.
So you reach out with your feelings and sense no undead. Then we'll move back on up to the locker area with Ironsides and Roland.
And I'll start cleaning Killian off first, and then clean myself off with prestidigitation as we're walking that direction.
And you were walking up to there and casting your magics, and the boop just shuffles off. Ironsides, Roland. You guys are in front of the lockers.
Are
Roland?
these mundane locks for me?
They're more complicated than the quarters locks.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just start clicking them open one by one.
Let's see. Go ahead and make your tool check, and we'll find out how complicated the lockers are.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. My tool check would not do the +1 for whatever reason, so I think we have to add +1
Oh,
to
yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
I roll.
I want to give him a buff, but I don't have any skills in.
Yeah, you have to
Lock.
have a proficiency in thieves' tools for this one.
Yeah.
But once I get up there, I'll start unlocking them too.
Reroll. There we go.
Oh, what did-
Halfling luck.
Oh.
So 17.
17? Okay, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down screened. I'm trying to find the lockers.
27 altogether, right?
Or
Oof.
yeah, I rolled a
You rolled a 16.
yeah,
but
I
it's-
rolled a 6. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, 27.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
at the D&D Beyond screen, not
Gotcha.
Foundry.
Okay. Let's see. Alrighty. Bring that screen back up. Okay. So yeah, you unlock that one. It's tougher, like I said, than the crew quarters. Not as tough as the elemental chamber, but you managed to unlock it. And there's a bunch of junk and crap in the first locker.
All right. I will. If we haven't, Ironsides, you haven't checked any of these lockers, right, on this side?
I checked one, I think, down at the far end.
Okay, so I will just make my way down and unlock all these if you want to. If you
Yeah.
want to inspect each one.
Yeah, if you just crank them open, I'll start looking at each one.
Make a roll.
Right. Okay. Go.
Coffin be invisible?
Would you allow him to do
wish-
one roll and then a percentage die on how many he actually unlocks?
No.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea though.
Yeah,
Feeling
it's gonna
like
take
that.
an hour to go through all the lockers. It's kind of not interesting.
Yes. So it's 17 for the
know.
second one.
If we pull an old rule and you take 10, you have a roll of 10 plus 1, so you'd be hitting a 21. That's enough to get these locks. Thanks for prying the brain open.
Oh,
So 1
it's-
minute.
So
per-
yeah, 1 minute per. That's easy enough.
And then I get up there and do the other half
Okay.
because I'm proficient with.
You
the-
get to this lock rolling, and it's not enough.
Okay. Huh. I will. Has it got a locker number on it? I'll mental note.
13.
I wasn't able to unlock that one. 13. 13 I was not able to unlock. And I will move on.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
obviously, have we came back yet?
They're still working it. You're underneath and going back.
Yeah.
You're moving on, and you can open up all these other lockers, and Ironsides is checking them, and it's crap and belongings and other stuff and whatnot. By the time you get through the first set of lockers, Evo and Killian, you're up and can start on the second lockers. Were you doing the south ones?
Oh, is that how it works? I thought these guys did most of these already.
No, we didn't do them all.
I think we
Which
did.
ones did you do?
We did the
These-
inboard.
Yeah, they checked.
Right.
They checked the rooms. The lockers are against the hall,
Hmm.
the outside hall.
We were doing the north side ones.
right now.
Yeah, so that south set needs to be done.
But to the point, is there room in these lockers to shove a coffin of some sort?
6.5 foot tall vampire.
You turn it sideways, maybe.
Okay. Well, I mean, as long as there's a legit reason to do this.
Eva, what's your
Ooh,
bonus?
It's pretty crappy. It's only +2, so I don't know if I could. Even with a 12, it won't get me there. So I'll
No,
have to roll for
No,
each one.
these are pretty tough.
Well, if
let's-
his are the crappy ones, then I'll go up there and try to do those. If these are more difficult.
Well, if you want to take 10 on the one I couldn't open.
No, I'll have to go for a roll.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, right.
but
okay.
honestly, if those lockers are they big enough? You said they are. Are the lockers on both sides the same size?
yes,
Oh, whatever.
they look the same.
Let me help you with that one.
why? I was gonna say, why would that one have a different lock?
All right, I give you advantage on your next roll.
All right.
You got to put the pick in here, and you got to turn it clockwise, not counterclockwise.
Yeah, these are full-size lockers, so it's harder for me to see it
gotta
at
be
the
up on
right
your-
angle.
You gotta get up on your tippy toes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. How did I lose? There it comes. Nope. Let me roll it a second time because I have advantage.
Yep.
Let's see. 28. The use tool.
Here, take a really. You could do this, man. Don't let it get in your way. So go ahead and take a D6. Burn a bardic inspiration.
Yeah. All right. I'll do this. Plus a D6. I might be able to get a 20, but
no, that's not gonna be enough, is it?
No.
19. Nope.
And this is a
Alright.
magical lock?
Let me try it.
Well, the
wanna-
top one, the first one I did was a 20. Was it? Hold on.
First one you did
Yeah,
was a
so I-
19.
Well, no,
20.
but you got to add +1.
20, yeah,
it's
so
a
You did a
20.
16. Yeah, 16 was your first one. Oh,
Well, that was the general check. You
yeah.
had to take 10, and then. So this one he rolled,
My first roll on the advantage with Evo
Was a
giving me an
9.
assist was a
Oh, a 9.
yeah, but
okay.
you have to add +1 to whatever I roll because it's not doing it. the
Yeah, so it was a
calculation.
20, and that didn't do
20
it.
and the 5, so it's 25. And that's not enough. This is a really complicated lock.
Oh,
So
well
it's
then
just
hell,
a padlock on it?
I'm gonna do
Is
a
it-
knock then. You know what? Screw that. I'm doing a knock, baby.
Oh, boom.
Actually, oh,
Cast.
I had to say, hey, Shiny's over here, right?
Yeah,
This,
Shiny's on the deck.
close by.
Well, he was down by the bilge with us. I don't know if he followed us over or not.
Him and Killian still seem to be over there.
Okay.
I'll start moving over that way.
Hey, Shiny, can you look at this lock to see if it's magical?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll look to see if it's trapped.
Okay. Make what is that, investigation?
Yep, definitely not trapped.
Oh yeah, no. That's
All
clean as a
clear.
whistle.
All right. Can I tell if it's magical or not?
You sense no magic from it.
Feels clean to me.
All right.
Why don't we just have Killian rip it off then? He's super strong.
I'm standing right here. I could literally just.
But are you
Tear it.
Killian strong? I mean, you're definitely more holy, but are you Killian strong?
I mean, I've got pretty beefy stats.
All right.
I got 16 strength.
Don't worry, Killian. I think you're stronger.
I mean, you could try to pick it first. Meaning you, Evo.
I failed. I thought.
Oh, you failed? I didn't know you tried.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought
Let's
you
say
were
rip
just
it.
looking for
Rip it.
traps.
Rip it.
We got a knock. I mean,
Which is it?
I'd like to give this crew some work to do after how they've treated us. So
damn.
They're all their underwear in the middle. And that sort that.
So who's doing what?
I'm if no one is stepping in, I'm gonna tear that door right off.
Rip it off, baby.
Okay. Hmm.
We're really bad at this.
Are we?
Go ahead.
Are we really?
And make a strength check.
I think it's. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
This
That's what I thought. Get out of here, Iron Science. Killian, get up here.
it doesn't
Alright.
budge.
Did you break a fingernail,
Killian.
Ironside? Come on. I'm sorry. Okay, you're right. I apologize. I mean, even Killian might not be able to break it open.
I will try.
Make a strength check. You pull on it, and this is really, really tough.
All right.
It doesn't budge.
Wait.
Not-
I pull
not
out of the
incoming.
handy haversack a crowbar. Gives him advantage.
Ooh, okay.
I think.
Oh.
Is that what a crowbar does in this game?
Well, if I knew we had a crowbar,
Well, using a crowbar grants advantage on strength checks where a crowbar leverage can be applied.
oh, there you go.
It's actually in the handy haversack.
Yep. Go ahead and make a second roll, Killian, so that as you got advantage. All right. Well, still doesn't budge.
All right, knock, incoming
fact-
knock.
In fact, when you went to
No.
pry it
Yeah,
open,
I knew I was gonna do this.
It did what?
when you go to pry it open, that's iron. That's an iron locker, where the other lockers are made of more flimsier metal. No wonder, because you hang with the.
Oh, he's definitely in there. Let's get this vampire out of here.
All right, yeah, let's get him. Knock, incoming knock. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see here. Put my glasses on so I can read better. Stop playing it. This is on hard mode.
We just pull the bottom of the door back right there. I can shoot a fireball right up inside the locker and just roast him in there.
Oh well, then hell, I'm knocking from like 50 feet away, then. Around the corner. I'll be in the bilge, you guys. See.
Actually, it's an athletics check, not just
Or-
a strength stat.
Oh,
Skill check makes a strength athletic
Uh-huh.
check to determine bend bar lift gates.
That's way better.
Yeah, that is way better.
well, then go ahead and re-roll your athletics with advantage because you got the. That's still pretty damn good, but not enough to open it.
Oh my god.
That is an amazing lock, as well as pardon the term, Ironsides.
You know, I learned this spell specifically to do this one thing.
Yeah, I know. But the biggest thing is like if the vampire's in there, I'm sure he's had plenty of time to fully repower himself out, and every ounce of magic power we have left, since we haven't had a chance to take a long rest, is gonna count. That's why, you know, mundane abilities should go before you blow in a potential.
And I
potent
think we've
power.
exhausted them.
Yeah, we have at this point. Unless we just want to
So-
crash the sky ship, that'd work. That'll open up it.
Not
Well, you know-
necessarily.
I know the secret of the elemental chamber. We could toss them in there.
I love it.
Okay, let's see here. All right. Well, you cast the knock spell, and the lock. You could hear where it looks like it's just a regular key that would go in there. You can hear the whirring of gears as it unlocks and clicks in an unlocked state. You feel
Right.
your spell successfully work.
I will check for traps. Now that
Okay.
the lock's been triggered, I wanted to make sure that something else hasn't been sprung. Is that just straight up perception or
It's
investigation?
investigation for checking for traps.
Okay, got it. So
So that is you see no traps.
all right. Are you guys at the ready?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Do we want Cole down here? Is she done summoning her?
He is not.
Okay.
All right. I will draw my sword and
I'm gonna
open.
pull out my bow.
Okay. Anybody else?
Get ready to cast a spell.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast, not a fireball.
You know, a rat's just gonna pop out, right?
Gonna roast
Squeak,
that
squeak,
guy.
squeak, squeak.
Roast
Squeak,
that
Gonna
squeak,
do
rat.
200 points of damage to that rat.
Well, it's not a rat king. We should be okay.
squeak. Okay. So who's pulling the door open?
I think I said I was pulling the door open.
Okay. Alrighty. So you pull it open, and that's when the magic of the inside floods into vision for Shiny.
Oh,
No, now that it's no longer covered by iron.
what do I see?
Well, you're down the hallway and around the, probably not really around the corner, but I'm assuming. Roland, who's up in front, and Ironsides, you're looking into hard to explain.
Void to another dimension.
Yep.
Basically,
picture.
kind of a void. It, nothing jumps out at you. No rat. No vampire. Evo, from your vantage point, it looks like what well, you've seen into a portal, or not a portable hole, a bag of holding before. The haversack is like a minor version of that. This looks like definitely extra dimensional.
Make an Arcana roll.
Okay. Anybody can make one if you want to try to figure it out.
Anyone, you gotta be right there though.
You should be able to see it though. Yeah.
Remember, Shiny, don't forget to move your character to where you want him to be. You said you moved up, but you actually haven't moved up.
Yeah, I'm going off of where you guys are at, so.
And he's hanging around the exit.
It does look that way. Boy, Shiny's rolling 3 times.
Yeah, he is.
Did we lose Shiny?
It's the way. No, it's the way this is, man. It's I don't know. Just gotta click out and go, and now it's like going all crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, mine did that
Gotcha.
a couple weeks ago. So
interesting. Okay. We'll go with the first rolls.
Yep.
Shiny, you've never seen anything like it in your 100 years. Killian, you don't remember ever seeing anything like this. Roland, this does look like what you would see inside of a bag of holding if you were opening it up, because you don't actually see like the bottom of the bag. It's a darkish, voidish space. Same with Evo, because you hit a 15, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's a locker-sized holding space. That's most likely bigger on the inside.
all right. I look around. Who's in?
Oddly enough, there's no crew members rolling around down here.
All right, hold on, because I actually have it, on my list. I'm gonna not ritually do it, but I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Oh.
It'll take 1 minute though.
Is there anything going on inside of it?
It's this murky, non-space darkness. It's not like black. It's kind of that
Well, this should tell
fog
us if
of war
it's
look.
if it's a portable hole or a sphere of annihilation. So
Yeah, you don't want to stick your hand in a sphere of annihilation.
That would make a lot more sense to put all the
Hmm.
poop in there instead of in the bottom of the ship.
I mean, yeah, except
Right?
for the that guy who's in the poo dimension where it all just comes out all grind up and
Maybe he likes it.
Mikey.
That's
his
an
name must be Mikey.
Octua. They like it.
Read about a guy in a raincoat in a pit toilet once.
Oh.
So does his identification yield anything?
So let's see. Okay, so you cast that spell after a minute. During that time, nobody's coming around, so you're still running a good sort of luck. And it identifies as a. Let's see if it actually names it. No, I want the page. It is a locker of holding. Just
And-
like it's like a huge bag of holding.
And is it dangerous to go into a huge bag of holding?
That's an Arcana check. That's your knowledge of it.
Can I roll again? Now that
Yep,
I
anybody-
know what it is.
Anybody that's trained in Arcana can.
Or
I'm
we
not
could
trained in
maybe
Arcana.
talk about it before everybody just comes up
Clearly,
with their own
I-
theories first.
I
Never
was
mind.
sleeping.
Every man for himself.
I would discuss it. I'm just not well versed in Arcana.
Yeah, it's just when somebody, if you have it as you have to have it as a trained skill
Yeah.
for one, and then especially on Arcana, and then you have to announce that you're going to assist somebody before they roll.
Yeah.
But they already rolled. So. I assume both you guys are trained in it, right?
Of course.
Arcana? I
Yeah.
am.
Think I know what the black dot means.
I'm a half dot.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Half dot's good enough. You're somewhat trained in it.
Yeah, I'm a Jack O'Tees.
Yeah. So let's see here. Shiny, you've never gotten your hands on a bag of holding in all your years. You're not sure. Roland, if you put something alive in there, it's going to suffocate.
Got it.
There's no air in there. There'll be.
What about and then are you trained in it by any chance? Mordrin?
Mordrin is not trained in Arcana.
Wah, wah.
I mean, Cole is, but we're gonna have to wait.
Oh, there's plenty of air in there. I jump inside. Literally, that's what happened. Yeah, it's breathable. I don't think you know what you're talking about. And I go inside.
I will try to interdict if I have the opportunity.
It's not annihilation. It's just you can't breathe in there.
You don't know how big it is.
Now you're right. I didn't. I rolled a 1, dude.
Could be big enough to hold a coffin.
If I rolled anything but a 1, I would have been a hell of a lot smarter about it. But
Well, that's why I'm asking if I can interdict before you actually.
Come on, you go with me.
Throw
Roland.
yourself in.
Oh, let him go, man.
I just stepped in. That's all. I was,
You
step out.
I don't know.
Roland, you can if you want to try to interdict. If you wish to, you would make a
Jiu-jitsu roll.
A
Persuasion.
a dex check to see if you're fast enough, opposed by Den's character Evo.
All right, here.
My parents had one of these all the time. They always hide all the goodies in there.
There's a reason why we don't put animals in a bag of holding or anything of holding.
Yeah, you just hold your breath. Don't worry about it. I'll stick my head in. You can hold on to my leg.
All right, I'll hold on to his legs.
Okay, which you were fast enough to. Okay, that is a really weird sensation, Evo. The breath isn't sucked out of you. You just can't breathe.
Yeah.
And it's completely dark in here. Your light is on, but you're not seeing anything.
All right, I wiggle around and try to grab something.
It's nothing.
All right. Well, I come out. Well, that didn't work. I put my hand in. I'm like, give me the vampire's body, is what I think, and I pull it out.
Nothing.
Well, Shiny, I mean, okay, this is somebody else's. We have no idea this is his, so we broke into somebody's personal portable hole. I shut the door. So is that the last locker, or do we have more to check?
Yeah, there's more to check.
All right, well, we better get done. These skyships don't move that fast. They only move anywhere from 5 to 20 miles an hour. They don't move fast. What makes them great transportations is that they don't have anything blocking them except for flying creatures. Right? So we haven't really gotten too far from the city, even if it's been 2 hours. So let's hurry up and finish up. If not, then I say we jump for it. If it's 20 miles or something like 40 miles, that's a day and a half worth of travel. And it's better than 5 days getting back on a skyship and possibly getting arrested.
No, I'll jump at once, man. What if somebody jumps off and we see him underneath the ship?
Well, then we're effed anyway. So at that point, then the captain probably, I guess, should have been a little bit more helpful at this point. But I still think that he pulled a fast one on us.
And we're not working in Breland anymore.
Well, these guys aren't going to necessarily go back to Breland. They're going forward. So
I meant in Breland. That's who hired us, right?
No, we were hired all the way back in our home city, man.
No, I was thinking he was
Breland. Sharn is the capital of Breland. So
so we're in Sharn.
Higher.
That's the whole point. Well, we haven't failed the contract yet. I just don't think he's on the ship. Do you have anything that makes you feel that he's on the ship? I don't. I've tried sensing for undead. We've checked out 90% of the ship. Let's finish checking the rest and get off it as fast as possible. There's absolutely no way that he could have it this well hidden. You know. I mean, what? We've done it all.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, except for ask for divine intervention, Mordred. I mean, you're closer to your gods than I am. You know, so I mean, I have no other idea or recourse. We've literally checked every part of the ship. We've pinged every level. You and me both. I mean, finding undead is kind of like what we do. So let's finish this and just realize we probably got duped, and get back to where he's probably taking advantage of the innocent people, which he was doing in the first place, and we kind of blew it. I mean, it was a ruse. Just because there was guys that he dominated to block us, could have just been even more to sell the idea he's on the ship, but he's not. So I say let's hurry this up and then jump off this thing together. So let's get it done. And if it's been 2 hours, then Cole is more than enough finished doing their summoning.
Do we know how fast the ship's been going, roughly?
Probably wasn't immediately going up to 20 miles an hour.
It was speeding up from the tower as it got up to altitude. And let me do a little bit of math here real quick to tell you how.
I mean, most usually go only at cruising speed, which is probably about 10 to 15 hours. You know, wouldn't be going
You
bad out of
figure,
hell.
yeah, you figure it's probably doing that, but it does it as the crow flies, since it's headed to actually it's headed to, what did I say, Star Alaska in 52 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot faster than most
That's a
places.
long way. 52 hours? Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, that's going to be like hundreds and hundreds of miles. 52
Oh, yeah.
times 20.
Good
So 200
600 miles.
But that's why we need to get off and get back as fast as possible. We're sure he's not here. Unless somebody has a better plan. If somebody has a better plan, please speak up. But sitting on this ship where, and he's getting farther away in another direction. We know that there's something he wanted back there, and it wasn't us. We left. So we took the bait.
Let's finish the search, and then if we decide we want to jump off, then we jump off. But let's finish the search. And
yeah, let's get it done. Can we just do a basic check instead of burning the rest of the day?
Roland, Roland can just go through the lockers because his skill is so high, and they're just regular lockers.
All right, there you go. We've checked the whole ship.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. You guys figure out what you're gonna do.
Why would the one locker be different?
Look, we've done everything we can. So. I mean, I mean, like, and that's legitimately, if anybody has any other idea besides just thinking this is what the GM wants you to do, I mean, maybe Cavrolan is super clever and he totally screwed us on this to make us,
No, I'm just trying to think why that one locker would be. One thing we didn't do was, with it open, we didn't check for undead.
You can't. It's a dimensional space. Nothing from this side goes into that side. And I know how.
So is this a portal? Is that what this is? In that locker?
It's a bag of holding, basically.
It's a locker of holding. So, and usually what you do, since I have one, I have the haversack bag. You think about what you want that's in there, and you tell it to come out, right? So, I said,
Did we try telling that we wanted the coffin full of dirt to come out?
Yeah. Want a vampire to come out?
I already said that.
We tried the vampire. Maybe we just asked for the coffin?
I mean, sure. I mean, we had it open.
It's
but...
just... just trying to think of why that one locker would be different than all of the others.
Well, I mean, it actually makes sense
Storage.
that a ship of this high magic would have
Yeah.
at least one locker that was all major valuables were kept on a, on a list, which would be on the
Yeah.
manifest, which I thought Roland found, would be put that, these are the things we put into the locker, But the problem is that if that was the case, there's no way that in his mist form he would be able to get into the locker to access it. So I don't know. I mean, it's just.
Well, has enough time passed for Cole and our construct yet?
That's not up to me. I assume so, because now he's.
Because if it is, we could just send Onyx in there.
It's not about going in there. It's because honestly, identify is the most powerful first level spell in the game. It tells you exactly what it is. It tells you how many charges it has. It tells you the thing to invoke it. It tells you if you need to bind it. And I mean, literally casted the spell on it that should tell us everything. Not necessarily the contents, but and if that's
I'm back.
So yeah, I mean, by all means, somebody speak up what they said they wanted to say. I mean, it's unlocked now, so you might as well.
Questions?
Is Cole finished? Can we?
Yeah, she finishes up. She didn't get to go start that ritual until halfway through searching the place.
Can you just drag her over there so I don't have to navigate these?
Sure.
Did you say you found a manifest, Roland?
No, I said I was looking for one. I was
Oh,
looking for anything that a logbook, ship's logs of what they were carrying, or who's been on, who has checked in on the ship on this trip and priors, because I wanted to see if maybe there's a name that would have popped out or anything.
you didn't find anything?
No, I don't think so.
No, you'd found the map
Just
for
map.
the route and no manifests or logbooks that were laid out.
We go and just try a couple of random checks in the locker of holding. Just ask for a coffin. Does anything pop out?
No.
So ask for Lucan's coffin.
Or ask
Lucan's
Cole.
box.
Is there anything else that a vampire?
About the
would be-
sword. Ask for the sword.
That could work, but that's if it's in there separately. I don't think if it's in a box, I'll never. But yeah, say it, Killian. You're the one there.
Yeah.
Stick your hand in and say it.
Give me the sword.
You don't know the sword's name?
I don't remember. No.
Nothing pops to your hand.
Bring us Lucan.
No. Nothing happens.
All right, let's move on.
The sword was called Soulbane.
Soul Blade, yes.
Soul Blade.
The Soul Blade.
If you want to try it, Killian.
You can try it. You know better.
Well, I was hoping that you'd say it, and then you grab it, and then you say, "I have the power," and then go ham on it. But
Killian?
you're definitely buffer than I am. You're more like.
You need it more.
I don't need it. Oh, fine. If you're not going to do it, then I'll do it. I'll go put my hand in and say, "Bring me Soul Blade."
Nothing happens.
Yeah, just bring me the manifest.
Nothing happens.
Bring me a sack of gold.
Nothing happens.
Bring me the captain's soul and sense of humor.
He hides that in the special locker. Think an inspiration point.
If only I had that second level spell slot, I could use my locate object and try and find the friggin' sword.
How about bring me everything that's in there?
Yeah, say empty contents.
Empty contents. Yes.
Inside out.
Control A.
Gotta go with nothing happens.
Would Cole have any familiarity with how to get this to work properly? Do an Arcana check.
Do an Arcana check.
Well, I know because if it's the same thing as a handy haversack or a bag of holding, you ask for the item and then it comes to your hand, you pull it out.
Yeah, and Cole says, yeah, that's how it works, but you have to actually know what's in there. Randomly calling for things may work.
All right,
but it's
envisioned the sword in my brain since we saw it.
Ooh.
We've seen it multiple times.
Damn, Cole.
That was a crit.
Nice. Yeah, you have to call for it specifically. So you're on the right track. Roland is right. You already discovered that there's no air in there, and each thing is like it's separated, but yet filling the space. Jesus.
Would Cole want to send Onyx in there to see if they could take a look what's in there, or is that not how it works?
He doesn't have Onyx right now. She's got a familiar, and it's an.
Isn't that
owl.
Onyx?
No, it's an owl. She needs another 100 gold piece gem and a night's worth of work to rebuild Onyx.
Oh, I thought I was recalling Onyx. My bad.
It's okay. This will do as a scout. It's kind of cute. It's one of those light and fluffy owls. Yeah, except it's alive. And the owl would not be able to breathe in there either.
But,
Onyx would have been fine.
But okay, they're magical constructs. They're not actual physical beings. Familiars are?
Does it say they? No, but they come together in a real body. So, like, if this owl got killed, she could resummon the same owl to the same spirit just through another ritual. So the spirit doesn't die, but the body does, because the magic creates a body for it to inhabit. Onyx, on the other hand, is a homunculus, basically like that thing from Sinbad that Baker made, with the wings and and a spy servant type of thing, but it's flavored up as a floating eye in the sky, just to look different. And it's different rules than familiar. So the familiar has a different rule set to it as well. And nowhere near as expensive. It only takes 10 gold rather than 100. So the homunculus is better. But this will do. She thinks about it. She's cupped her. She crossed her arm over her chest and is cupping her chin in that, tapping the finger against where their mouth is, and is contemplating it. Do we have any kind of divination abilities?
Would that not work since it's an extra planar space?
Well, that's probably the case with your sensing abilities, for sensing undead or locating object, or well, the tobacco, you can see that it's magic there, Shiny, because you can see it now.
Okay.
And your identified it correctly as a holding space, and you know how that operates now. Do we have any other senses that, like prediction, auguries, or
It's all pretty high level
magic
stuff, man.
Object.
somebody sensed the outcome of something before. Who was that?
Is that a Roland thing? No. Not a Roland thing.
I'm looking. I don't recall.
Outcome.
Let me look over my spells, see if I've got anything. Spells.
Divine sense?
That's the same as Evo and Mordrin.
Eyes of the Grave.
I have my storm rune, which allows me for 1 minute to go in a prophetic state. But that really, but all it really does is I can force people to re-roll a roll.
Didn't you use something to figure out the outcome or the location of Lucan earlier? Whether
No,
you were going to find him or not?
It wasn't me.
That wasn't you? Could have sworn that was you. Now that you brought
No,
up your room.
I think I just rolled a really insane good roll.
Are you talking about the time we were on the cliffs?
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Features.
Well, that's that when I was on the cliffs, I used my storm rune. Then for a minute, I could have advantage on ability checks.
Oh, let's see.
E point.
No.
Channel divinity. That's not gonna help.
All right, we're jumping.
Let me take a look at Thumpin'. That wasn't it. Is that it? That's not it.
Does everyone have a feather token that's charged?
I have mine.
Yeah, mine too.
Who else is fallen? Let's see. I don't know that Ironside's ever got his recharged.
I don't think I've ever used it.
I thought.
Yeah, he used it like
Well.
like adventure number 6, or 5 when we were fighting on the bridge, and
I remember Rollinok going off and
But we
getting
got
his
them.
recharged.
We got them all recharged.
I think I used mine when I jumped up that cliff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Mine's no
then,
good. I've never used mine.
yeah. Then I'll just give you mine, Killian, and I'll just ride on your back. Yahoo! Right?
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
If this locker of holding, if that's what we want to call it, if it gets destroyed, will it destroy the stuff that's in it?
Depends on how you destroy it, says Cole.
You want the clinical? Since she rolled a natural 20.
Sure.
So the critical is if you break it, then it will dump all the contents into astral space. If it was a bag, you could turn it upside down and everything would fall out. But since it's not a bag, unless we make the ship do a 180 on the side and everything would pour out of it. And then if I would have walked in there with my dimensional bag, it would have killed me and would have caused not necessarily killed me. It would have created a portal and we all would have been probably sucked into another one-way dimension somewhere
So
else.
if we destroy the space, everything gets expelled that was in it.
No, if we destroy the space, everything in it is lost in astral space, which is still win-win in my book. If you take another
except
dimensional...
we don't get any. We can't prove that we killed him, and we don't get the sword back. And
well, he was annihilated beyond belief. That's how we did it. We created a vortex and sent him to another plane of existence. He won't ever be back and bother anybody ever again.
I doubt they'll pay off on that.
Yeah, I don't give a shit at this point. At least he won't be back. We won't have to spend 10 years chasing him all over the place. And he knew the risk when he went in there. But it would cause, if Whirlwind would have let me go in there, it would have caused a rift, and that would have sucked everybody into it, and then everything would have been most likely expelled in a random plane on the astral plane. And then we'd be, whatever the contents and all of us would be sitting wherever, the gods willed it. That would have been funny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you blow it up, or like the bags, if they get destroyed, the contents just falls into astral space. And
well, maybe we need to ask who owns the locker and confront that, and the captain should know, or somebody should know who owns the locker.
That's very true, but they weren't willing to help us do anything at all. They refused to do anything or acknowledge any powers that we had of authority to try to protect the people of the ship or to look for a fugitive of the law, and they denied us everything. So,
Yeah, I'm done with those guys too. They're of zero help.
So unless we want to go against our character's nature, which that's not what Evo wouldn't go and kill them or whatever. I mean, we've done the best we could. We've done everything we can. We've searched every ounce of the ship and done everything legally the way we can. At this point,
jumping off would be foolish, though. I think maybe we should follow where the next stop is and see if someone interacts with the locker.
Yeah, but that's assuming you think he's in the locker. I mean, we can go ask the guys, but at this point, they're gonna tell us no. And then unless we decide to use mind-altering coercive magic, which we could do, but at this point, we found no trace. We found absolutely no thing. If anything, Evo is already of the mindset that he fooled us, that he wanted us. There was nothing on this ship that he wanted and to escape. Everything he wanted was in the city that we just left. And if we take 7 days or 5 days to get back there, we're going to lose the trail. We could probably get back there faster on foot if we get everything done quickly, and maybe have a chance to catch him off. That's where Evo's brain is thinking. So there's
Nea Irkrel, the ambassador, had said that he wanted from her passage to Karnath, and she gave him papers and the password to get.
Yeah,
on the
but
ship.
He's also hyper intelligent. That is one possible course of action.
Now, would the
Why
vampire?
Why wouldn't he have just taken his carriage there instead? Unless it was
It's faster.
escape ploy, with us on our heels. I mean, you can't convince me otherwise. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. There's absolutely no clues that he actually boarded this ship. Matter of fact, it's to the contrary. We have every single.
Onyx followed the.
He followed him not onto the ship. He followed him to the platform. That's as far as we got. He could have still been down there. He could have, he lost them at that point. Right? So what happens if he went down even deeper? You know, it doesn't make sense if you know that all those guys, we made the checks to see if these guys were lying to us. You know, we tried to be nice and at first and ask them that they have a threat on board. You know, we say we're hunting a vampire, and if they took something like a coffin, they already told us they don't care what we think. They don't care about our authority. The only thing they care about is getting paid and the privacy of the people on their ship. So unless we start doing drastic things to people, which Evo's not ready to do, and the contract is really not worth it. You know, honestly, now it's going against his nature. Sometimes you lose some. That's what it comes down to. You know, but he's not willing, to, do all this stuff for these people and hurt people or anything like that. Then he gets away. We could stay on the ship, but Evo feels that it's what he probably would have done. It's genius. It's genius. Everything led us in that direction because we've been on him. We killed his sister. And if he stuck us on a sky ship with almost no way to get back in X amount of days, he's scot-free.
He didn't kill his sister.
Well, we assumed we did, and now she's back alive. Whatever. But...
Oh, yeah, you nearly killed her.
Whatever.
But she showed up at the party.
Whatever. Okay, so, at this point, I mean, unless you can think of anything besides going full meta, that the DM wouldn't sit us here for 7 sessions to waste our time.
No, I don't think anybody wants to go full meta, Dan. I think right now, I think jumping off the boat is a bad idea because now we're just going to be in the middle of nowhere.
Well, we're only about 15, 20 miles from the city, maybe 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cavrone didn't give us the full deal. He was doing some calculations, and who knows what the terrain's like? Maybe this hellacious terrain took us like 4 days to get back.
Maybe we're over the ocean.
You're over land. It's headed north.
How many
Northeast.
how many miles have we went so far? You said about 2 hours, right?
I think 20, 30, maybe 40, 50.
I would make the assumption that the entity we've been following would assume that we wouldn't be able to make it to the boat on time. And the fact that we did, at the skin of our teeth, like, this thing is somewhere on this boat.
All right, then let's vote. Why don't we just vote? Let's just vote it, because Evo feels that we've made a horrible calculation. So everybody wants to.
Before that,
hold on.
I'll make sure I'm not muted because telling the wife goodbye or good night. Evo feels that jumping off is the right thing to do. Roland, what do you feel?
I feel like we either are dealing with a very sneaky vampire that is hiding himself really well on this ship, which I don't think he is hiding on this ship. I think maybe Evo is correct, and vampire was not able to get onto this ship, and is still back at the port.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
What do you feel?
I'd like to stay on the ship and explore it further and see if we can figure out this box and maybe try to make amends with the captain and find some more common ground.
Okay, we're gonna skip Cole because she's the GM. Killian, what do you feel?
I feel like Evo's probably right. He's not on here anymore since we've looked everything.
Okay, Shiny, how do you feel?
I vote for staying on the ship. He's hiding out somewhere we didn't find him. Stayed in mist form somewhere we haven't got in yet.
Mordred, what do you think? Feel?
I'm for staying on the ship.
Okay, so we've got Mordred, Shiny, and Killian. I'm sorry, Ironsides for staying on, and Killian, Roland, and Evo for jumping off. So it
Right,
is
Cole swing vote.
I can't vote on behalf of Cole. It's going to have to be the GM.
And the GM can't. it's because, yeah.
Giving me 2 votes in
Ra-
this conversation was not fair.
No,
Ran-
it's
ran-
not. And I take
Random,
that away.
random roll then if the GM can't decide.
No, I could decide, but I'm trying not to railroad you guys in one direction or another.
Sounds like the perfect time for you to edge us in the right direction we should be heading.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Let's see here.
We
Undying
clearly have
gods.
Well, it's
made
9,
no progress.
It's 9:30. We could end early while the gods above kind of figure out where he's going. You know, but look, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that. But you know, and this being a skyship, there's multiple ways to get off the ship if it gets damaged or something like that. They're just not everybody's gonna plummet to their death, right? So, you know, there's other means. You know, definitely feather tokens. Maybe has to be a ton of feather fall life vests on this
How
ship.
long is it going to take the ship to get to its next destination?
50 hours.
50 hours.
Why don't we just take a long rest, recharge, regroup? It's not going anywhere if it's on the ship, and you know, then we have a revote after the long rest and a little bit more poking around.
Yeah,
and if we want to
but
jump off, we jump off.
Evo's under the impression that he's back doing, you know, regenerating and going to be doing horrible things to a bunch of people that he kind of cares about back at the city. That's what he's worried about.
Is there a way to communicate from the ship back to the city?
You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, you
an
know,
equivalent of the radio system, the sending, the messaging. I forget which house that was.
yeah, I'm sure they have sending crystals, but once again, you know,
Yeah,
somebody thinks they could talk to the captain. You know, at this point, I'm not allowed back on the bridge. You know, I mean, it would have been, you know, it's like saying, you know, sorry, Charles, you know, some officers come on. Charles Manson's hiding on your cruise ship. Oh no, get off unless you're paying. You know, and then it's like, you know, and then either slowly over time people start dying mysteriously, or it was a total joke to begin with, right? I don't know, man. You know, you would think that at least if there's a threat of that magnitude, somebody would take it seriously, but they didn't. You know, and we didn't detect any magic or anything on the ship, and it was supposedly a blind ship, you know, that maybe he set some stuff up, but, you know, but he doesn't own the ship, you know, and these aren't his flunkies, because she just gave him the tickets like the day before, that night, you know, he just came into town. So it makes sense that these guys are just wankers, you know?
Well, maybe there's more clues on the ship that we need to find. Maybe we need to go through the captain's quarters if we've got to break into them and take a look around and maybe renegotiate.
We already did, you know? I mean, like, you know, I mean, but Evo he almost, you know, he was looking to kill and hurt somebody that was an old friend of Evo's, and that's what he's more worried about at this point. You know, that a bunch of adventurers showed up at a party that he could have trapped her, right? That maybe she set him up and he's going to go back and wreak revenge on her. And it's Evo's fault because he didn't stop him when he had the chance. So that's if you want to look into his psyche and his brain, you guys kind of know how Evo acts over the last year or so of running his country. You could tell that he's not right in his mind, that he's worried about letting somebody else die, like his family, like all the people that were in the company.
But he, like, even his own party though is like, hey, like let's sit and think on this. Like,
well,
that doesn't carry any weight.
He figured you guys would either have the balls to go with him or not. You know, if you guys want to play it safe, but he thinks it's the best course of action. Is he rational? Probably not. You know, is he holding it together and think that we've been totally fooled? Yeah. And that's what kind of is. And, like, look, this is a high magical world, and we have feather tokens. We've used them before. We understand magic. This is a sky ship that has things for contingencies and emergencies if it starts having issues for people to get to safety. He's worried about getting back and waiting, 100 hours to get back here. And if he finds out she died because he waited for something that he can't prove is in existence, then, he's going to go over the edge. I mean, if anything, he wouldn't explain this to you. But you guys do know several months back that he got, really upset when, he was reminded of his family and his, and their death back when we found all those compartments. That anything that has to do, and you guys too, you're considered his family. That he would do anything if any of you gone missing or got lost. And
well, I mean, if you consider us family too, I get it. Your motivation as a character and out of character, I get your motivation. I'm just at an impasse here that you're so headstrong right now, and you're not willing to listen to an opposing view, or be like, you're right. Actually, let's take a step back and figure it out.
You're right. That is the difficulty. And sometimes in life, that's the choices you get.
So I think we're at a stalemate. I am open to the GM taking us where he thinks we need to go. Not giving us a
Before we
solution,
go
but
that
at least
route.
steering us in the right
I'm
direction.
totally cool with it. I mean, if people, well, now you guys know when I play with the character,
You do.
And you guys
You're
also
very
know
consistent in that.
that
Let's not have this discussion right now.
right.
We know how you play.
Yeah.
That isn't the issue. The issue right now is we're out of clues, so we think, or are we? And so I'm gonna stick my hand in the locker. I'm gonna ask for the map. If there's a map to Karnath, bring me the map.
Well, that's why I was saying if we want to close it off so the GM could think about how he wants to go forward, and present us with a better starting point at this point than us being at an impasse where he's not sure what he wants to do. And that's kind of which is totally cool. I mean, a lot of times players put the GMs in positions where it's like, what? Oh shoot.
Wait a second. If there's no air in there, that shouldn't be a problem for any Warforged. We don't need to breathe.
True.
We are constructs ourselves.
True. But with that nat 20, Cole says that objects that are placed inside or things that go inside don't encounter each other. They take up space, but they're all in the same interdimensional space, but they're not piled up on each other like a portable hole.
Well, it's even a portable hole is the same way. It's not a pocket dimension, right? It's a storage device. So everything
the portable hole is
separate out.
You can stack things in there, and you don't call it up and out. You have to go in there, reach it, grab it. But the bag of holding, you call for it. So the locker of holding, you call for it, and so it goes in. If the Warforged went in, you'd be by yourself, even if it was full of whatever it could be full of. A map does come to your hand, Roland.
I pull out my hand.
And you have a map.
Wait, guys. I've got something. How big of a map, or do we want to end it here?
That's up to you guys. We could go a little bit longer, or you could hash this out more, or not. I'm easy either way. I've got ways to move you guys forward, whichever way you go.
I'm good for the next half hour. That's up to you guys, though.
I'm open for the next half hour.
Okay. And you had asked for a map to
Map of Karnath or
Karnath.
a map.
Yeah.
Depending on which one. Actually,
Well, just saying a map, nothing happened. But a map
Right,
of Karnath,
okay. Yeah.
poof, you have one. And
So-
it's the map of Karnath. So I will take you guys there to Corvair. Boop. And Karnath is here in the north of Mornland, where I'm making the
Oh, got it. Way up north.
way up north. And when you looked at the route, it was coming from Trollenport way down here, headed to Starlasker, right here, up into Thrain at... I'm doing this from memory, bear with me. One of the cities up in Thrain before it was going to cross over Thronehold and into Karnath. And that's going to take quite some time, faster than ground travel though. And not as fast as the lightning rail, but the lightning rail is stuck on the rails, so it has to follow those paths, whereas airships can do
As the crow flies.
as the crow flies, because I was going to say a beeline, but bees don't fly straight.
Well, people don't fly through the Mornlands, right?
No.
And
So that's
then-
why it's got to go up through Thrain and across the top over into Karnath.
Same for the lightning
And-
rail, right?
Sorry?
The lightning rail doesn't go through either, right?
Not anymore. It used to.
Yeah.
It used to go through Kyre, and I think they're working on a bridge there up by the Silverwood between those two cities. I think that there's a line that goes to either, and they're working on a bridge.
Are there any markings on this map?
No, but it's strictly just of the Karnath nation. So the dotted lines around it being that border.
Okay.
It's like the old Thomas guides. It shows you a lot more detail than this one, which is more like a globe. These are the broad strokes. The map you have has detailed, more detail to it.
With the information that Cole had and her knowledge of vampires, would a vampire be able to regenerate and respawn inside of this locker of holding? Said no, if you can't breathe, but I mean, he's undead.
Undead don't need to breathe, so he could exist in there.
Okay.
And if his coffin was in there too, then he could. It'd be a tight squeeze to get the coffin in there, but hey, it's bigger on the inside.
Assuming he'd have to be put in the coffin first before put into the locker.
Unless he carried it in, because she got a 20 on the locker too. So if two of you went in holding hands, you would be in contact with each other. You would be considered an object.
But he was a mist all the way onto the ship. He didn't
Unknown.
come into a solid physical form.
Unknown.
Well, we know from vampires, if we completely discorporated him, he immediately goes to mist, and he has to, and he kind of knows how to get back to his closest coffin, and then it takes him 24 hours to regenerate, I think, or something like that. he has to sit in the soil of in his sanctum to regenerate his powers, if I recall. I'm not sure if that's 100% right or it works 100% that way in Eberron.
Cole says it's not that long. Doesn't take him long to recorporate. Maybe an hour, maybe less. Roundabout-ish. That doesn't mean they're at full strength, though. That still takes time. But becoming corporeal.
Or if there is a Confederate on the ship with them, that once they return in their misform and got into the coffin, they could have been placed into the locker of holding.
Somebody's
Possibly.
strong enough to move him in there.
Should we take watches and watch over the locker? Everybody gets some.
I'm still
rest,
not, but the thing is that Evo is not. Evo does not believe he's on the ship at this point. That's the biggest problem.
About half the group believes one way or the other, and yet Roland did find a map of Karnath, and that's where.
So it could be anybody's map of Karnath.
Could be
that
Even more reason to try to renegotiate with the captain and see if we can come to a common agreement to see who owns the locker, who leased the locker.
I would not,
it may be large enough.
The captain's going to like ban us from the whole area if we.
Yeah, he's going to say it's none of your
involved.
business. Paying passengers, blah 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 blah. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could also try to see if there is a manifest in one of the other offices that shows what's in the locker. Maybe.
Okay, here's an important thing. Some of us traveled by skyship, etc. Is having a portable dimensional storage device standard that almost all traveling people would know for extra security.
I mean, it's not cheap from what I would understand.
No, I'm asking the DM is what I'm asking.
Oh.
Because if it is, then possibly a elite wealthy vampire and agent would know this, and then that would make it more plausible that he would use this as a plan. If it's only on this specific ship and it's incredibly uncommon, there's absolutely no way that the vampire would have known there was a portable hole there in the first place. It's just common deduction. So he didn't get to town that far ahead of us. He probably didn't have enough time to get on a ship and realize that this was a special ship with a special portable hole. So there has to be some kind of connection to keep following this particular set of logic, that you guys are going down.
Those of you that feel you have traveled on several airships can make a history check to know if airships have a standard portable locker or locker of holding. You know that your ship, your parents did because your dad created it, not the ship, but a chest of holding.
I just thought it was the refrigerator. I didn't know. I never got in there.
But other ships, you don't know. That's going to be a personal. How much money does that captain have, or that house have? Paul. Oh, that's a different roll. My bad. Or is
that? 22 is her
22.
history check.
She has traveled on several airships. She's been dropped behind enemy lines and the captains that she's talked to have admitted to having secret holds. It's not a standard thing though. But more than one ship she was on had that. They put the special gear in there. High priority stuff. So she would pipe up with some ships do, some ships don't. I couldn't give you a percentage on how many do and or don't. But
It's basically used if they want to smuggle something, right?
basically, yeah.
Yeah,
In the
he's
war,
definitely going to tell us that he has a smuggler's hold on this ship.
Well, maybe that's why he's unhelpful, because he's on the take.
There you go.
So what's he smuggling
Can I
other
roll
than-
this? I guess a history check to find out what is the abandoned ship rules, and different devices they would have, safety getting people down there, especially crew in emergency situations.
in an
Yeah.
emergency, the ship is going
There's
down.
parachutes.
How do we survive?
Or it's being boarded, or something, and do they have a parachute system? What do they got? Feather tokens.
It's gonna depend on each of the people. Some may have a feather token or a potion of feather fall.
So the ships don't have any safety procedures if somebody has to get off,
Sometimes they have skiffs.
Does this boat have any skiffs?
You haven't seen any, but it doesn't mean that they're not like tied up on the side.
Oh shit! More stuff we haven't seen.
Well, the map did say skiff dock, but you need I would assuming that's for a skiff to come to it.
Yeah, you did see, like the docking sides. It's basically whatever those T-poles. What do you call them? Where you wrap the ropes around them. On
Where
on
the
the side.
anchors are, kind of like
Well,
davits, ropes,
I think that's the term. It's like two T's stuck together, and you put the rope through it, and
I think
you
it's a
tie off.
davit.
Davit. There's those on the side, which is what you've seen skiffs before, and that's what they would. That's a spot where a skiff could pull up to, so it's not on the deck, and skiffs don't have an elemental to propel them, but they're generally made out of sorewood or liftwood, so that they can, and enchanted and such, so that they can fly, just not at a rapid pace.
Might have been super easy for him to jump in there off the side of the boat, not even get on the sky ship.
Killian looked, and he didn't see anything being dragged below or behind the ship. So, with the fact that it's almost 10/11/1,
Yeah.
why don't we call it
Yeah.
here, and you guys can think about it over the week?
That sounds like a good plan.
Sounds good.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we'll see if I didn't get any notices any Russian bots last week, so that's always good.
Well, we didn't use anything that wasn't copyrighted.
We did not. So, anyways, hopefully next week we'll figure out the mystery or do some other kind of crazy thing that probably get us all killed. So it'll be definitely pretty exciting next week. So say goodnight.